Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing great today. Welcome to Path to Wellness. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to have flawless digestion. Plus, I'm going to share what I'm eating today as well. So, this video, I'm just talking about what works for me. I generally have great digestion as long as I stick to these few basic rules, which I usually do. I noticed that when I stray from these things, my digestion is not nearly as good. And the moment I go back to it, it's right on point. So I just want to share there's 3 or 4 things. They're very easy and they're very simple to help give me flawless digestion. So the first tip is to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water and or fresh raw juice. Now, I practice intermittent fasting. So for the first several hours of the day, when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any food or calories or juice. So I always start off with the first 5, 6 hours of the day just drinking filtered water throughout that time frame. So I'll generally have about 2 liters of water in those first 5 to 6 hours. So I get plenty hydrated with drinking water, and that I noticed that is one thing that really helps me have great digestion and stay hydrated is by drinking water through those first several hours of the day, since I'm not having any food or drinking any juice yet. The next thing I do is when I break my fast, I either break it with a liter of green juice or a very hydrating smoothie. Now, I've been making this smoothie recently that's a slightly different than the one I was making before, and I'm having this as my generally having this as my first meal. I'll show it to you a little later in the video when I show you what I'm eating today, but it consists of, the base of it is coconut water, which is very hydrating, and then I have a bunch of fruit in there and some greens and some other things. So a very hydrating smoothie with a base of coconut water is a great way to continue the hydration and get in a lot of nutrients. So I'll show you that smoothie in a little bit. The next thing I do is include plenty of juicy, water-rich fruit in my diet. So depending on the time of the year, it's going to depend on what fruits I'm going to be eating. So I live in the Northwest. I'm not living in the tropics, unfortunately, but where I live is very beautiful, but I have to just eat based on what's the best thing that's available. So for example, right now it's fall time and I'm eating a lot of grapes, apples, and pears. So those are some water-rich foods that I'm enjoying right now. Now in the wintertime, like January, February, March, that time, I'm going to be eating a lot of citrus. We get a lot of good oranges from California and grapefruits as well. So it's going to be oranges and grapefruit time then. And then in the summertime, I focus more on the melons. We get watermelons and other various types of melons. So I always try and have 1 meal a day as a large fruit meal that's very hydrating, that's also going to aid with great digestion, and of course the fiber in these water-rich foods helps a lot as well. The next thing that I do is generally every day I have a big salad, and the roughage, the fiber, the greens, and the fruits and vegetables in the salad, most of it is water-rich as well. It helps keep things clear in there. So that helps with digestion, having a good salad with some greens. It acts as like a broom inside of you. So those are some of the basic things that I do that I find when I do all of those things, my digestion is great. It's really on point. So with that being said, let me show you what I'm going to be eating today.
At 1:30, I started off with this very hydrating and delicious smoothie. So in this smoothie, I put in 3 frozen ripe bananas. I used 1 cup of mixed frozen berries, 2 cups of coconut water, 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, 2 tablespoons of the Marcus Wild Force green formula, and those are powdered greens, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and a tablespoon of the Marcus Roscrans C formula. And those are plants that are very high in vitamin C. So that was my delicious smoothie at 1:30, and that made just over a liter. So there it is right there. Next up at 4:30, I had a bowl of fruit, and this was a bunch of grapes and a kiwi and a pear. And those are all very delicious right now, in season and super sweet and juicy. At 5:30, I moved on to my salad. And in this salad, I had a big bowl of mixed greens. I used a cucumber. I sliced up an apple. I used a handful of tomatoes that I had grown in my garden, a handful of raisins, a handful of walnuts, and a handful of sunflower seeds. And there's a quick look at my salad. Then at 6:30, I ended it with an apple, a cob of corn. I had a plant-based burger that had tomato and avocado on top. And I had some sweet potato baked fries. So that was it. It ended up being about a 5.5 hour eating window. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe for more videos. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.